I was born Sandra Faye Brenneman. I was called Sandy by my family and my school friends. I grew up on a corn, soybean, hay, and cattle farm in central Illinois. Here I am with my two sisters, Marcia and Kathy, and our puppy, Rusty. We look like that a lot. And I attended school in Stanford, Illinois, both grade and high schools. My graduating class was 25 students. My activities included 4-H and piano lessons, no sports for girls, unless you were a cheerleader, and I wasn't. My best friend and I, though, did flips and forward rolls and cartwheels in the backyards, and we never got injured. So I went off to Illinois State Normal University. Normal refers to a teacher prep school. Almost all the students at ISNU became teachers. These words from Chaucer were on a plaque in our auditorium, and because the school came before the town was named Normal, and we had heard all of those jokes. So that ISNU was different, though, because there was a place for honorary gymnastics fraternity called Gamma Phi that put on a circus every year. And in this context, Gamma means knowledge, Phi means friendship. Why a circus in Bloomington Normal, Illinois? Well, actually, there was a history, and that is that some of the circus acts wintered in Illinois, in central Illinois, like Barnum, Bailey, and Ringling Brothers. So college circuses are kind of unique. There have been a number of them, but right now there's only two, Florida State High Flying Circus and Gamma Phi. From its beginning, Gamma Phi was established as a unique performance troupe supporting acrobatic and circus acts in higher education and continuing the legacy of circus history in the state of Illinois. This is up here because this is not the kind of circus I was in. We did not have elephants, we did not have tigers or trained dogs, fire eaters, sword swallowers. We did have a ringmaster, aerial acts, clowns, and balloons. So we were a gymnastics circus. I took a gymnastics course as a freshman, and the instructors were the coaches for Gamma Phi. I thought it would be fun, and I was always up for trying something new. So I tried up for the circus, was accepted, and I joined. Their standards were fairly low. So the circus was started by Clifford Pop Horton, a professor in physical education and a coach. His vision was to promote the interest of physical education among the students and honor gymnastics in the individual student members. In 1932, this circus started. So the only 2 years it didn't perform was once during World War II and also during COVID. Not all the students were gymnasts and involved in that activity. Some of them were in the band. Those acts still continue today, including people who sing and perform in the circus. So we had very large audiences, and one of my acts was to hang on a rope above these people. We also performed in the Chicago suburbs. My specialties were the unicycle and the Spanish web, now just called the web. Both were easier said than done. I knew I had no talent, so I thought I could pick those up. But me on the web, well, the web looks a little bit glamorous. I'm not glamorous there. I'm in the far right. But we sometimes had sparkly costumes. We sometimes wore tutus. And I nixed the idea of me in the tutu for this presentation. There was also pain because your instep on that rope gets rope burn. So I was soaking in Epsom salts after training every day. The unicycle was a somewhat different story. No tutus. We got to wear a tux. I still have this unicycle hanging in my garage. It was too heavy to bring. But I learned to ride by riding down a very narrow hallway in my dorm with my arms out like this for balance. And yes, in case you were wondering, you can play basketball while riding a unicycle. So this is the program. We had some artists among our performers, And we basically did everything. They designed the art for the program, and we got to pick titles for our acts. The Butterfly Ballet was the web, and the unicycle was the spoke benders. So this is a picture. I messed up on getting my face circled, but I hope you can see it. There were about 50 of us, and now the circus troupe numbers about 150. This is Tom and Paul, Tom on the left, Paul on the right. Both of them became teachers like almost all of the rest of us, but they also kept going with gymnastics. And Paul started a gymnastics school in Oklahoma. Two of his students were Bart Connor and Nadia Komenich, both Olympic medal winners. I went back to the 90th anniversary of Gamma Phi. I met up with Thomas and Tom and Thomas, and that's the guy that was one of the guys upside down on the trampoline, and it was really fun. There's a strong alumni association. So I went back again this spring with my granddaughter, my daughter, cousin's sister, and my granddaughter's 7. I wanted her to see this. I wasn't sure how impressed she was, but I can safely say she had a hard time imagining Grandma doing the stunts that she saw. And I did too, because they are just astounding today. They're so talented. So Gamma Phi continues on every year, mid-April. The alums are performing all over the place, Cirque du Soleil, Disney World, as well as lots and lots of classroom teachers. One alum can be found here in Bozeman, enjoying her family, giving dinosaur tours at MOR, and hanging onto her unicycle in case there's a future circus performer in her family.